How's it going, everybody? Today we're here talking all about this SUKIDA gaming chair right here that I had sent to me by the manufacturer so I could unbox it, set it up, go through all the features with you guys, and let you guys know exactly what I think about it. Starting first with the installation. All right, so step one, using the instruction manual here, you got your F1 bolts. You'll see in the instruction manual, it tells you exactly which bolts to use. They provide you with the Allen key to use as well, which is great. So we're going to start by putting on these pieces right here. All we have to do is stick them on there. And then there are two bolts that go in each leg here. You grab your F1 bolt and start screwing those in. They make this very simple, very straightforward using this instruction manual here. You got a step-by-step guide. You got all your tools and bolts provided. All you have to do is follow along and you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. All right, now once you've got every last bolt tightened in here really well, which we do now, the second part of step number one is grabbing yourself your little roller feet here, your wheels for the bottom of the chair, and these should just push right in the bottom. So you can go ahead and stick all these in the bottom. So now we have our bottom piece of the chair assembled, and we can move on to step two. Step two, very straightforward. You take your lift and you're going to put that right in the center of the piece we just assembled. Just like that, we're moving on to step three, assembling all the attachments onto the bottom of the seat. So step three here, we're installing our levers onto the bottom of the seat. So you're going to need this big piece right here, and you're going to line that up with the holes here, and we can grab our H1 screws and begin screwing these in and fastening it all together. Now that we got all these bolts tightened on here, we can move on to installing these two little black pieces right here on the front, and that is going to give you a spot for your footstool to slide into. So we're going to grab our J1 screws right here and start fastening those in as well. All right, now that we got all these screws nice and tight, we can move on to step number four, which is just assembling this bottom seat to the feet portion that we've already put together. All we have to do is line up the bottom here and get that portion on. And just like that, we're moving on to step number five, where we're going to assemble the back piece and get that ready to go as well. All right, next up for step number five, we're taking our metal back plate here and we're going to assemble that onto the back part of the chair. You're going to take your K1 bolts and you're going to start assembling those in, get them all in and tightened up. Get this all tightened up. Step six is simply just covering up the hardware with your little flap here. The Velcro hides everything nicely, and we can move on to part number seven. All right, so part number seven, it's pretty simple. Is we're taking our back piece here and we're going to insert it into this opening at the back. And we're going to take our K2 screws here, bolts, and we're going to start fastening those in, get them all tightened up. Now we've got all these bolts here on the back, nice and tight. We can move on to steps 8 and 9, which are assembling the armrests. All right, step 8 and 9, pretty straightforward, assembling the armrests on both sides. So you take your armrest and you take your E1 bolts, and we're going to just stick it on these little bolts. Clearly you can see there's an opening for them to go here. We're going to get that on, and we're going to get the other one on. And all you have to do is start fastening these in, get them nice and tight. Then you can move on to the other side. Start putting on the other one, again, with your E1 bolt. All right, now steps 10 and 11 is pretty much just finishing up the armrest by putting in these little caps they give you here. It'll be the last thing you have in your little set of bolts and stuff there. So all you have to do is take them and go around. There's two on each side here. Again, covering up the bolts and stuff so everything looks nice. And there we go. We're done with that part. So now we got our footrest part here. You'll see that there's a stopper screw in the end of the pipe. All you have to do is unscrew that and insert into here. Slide it in. And then you reassemble your screw here, and that's just so it doesn't come flying out on you. And just like that, we have our footrest. Step 13 is just putting on our head pillow. You can do this two different ways. You can either wrap it around like this, or you can put it through here and it has your head pillow sitting a little bit lower. So you can put it through the back here and do it that way, or you can do the way I would prefer to do it and put it up top. So you can do it one of two ways. You got that and you got this. And just like that, we're on the last step. Step number 14, putting in your backrest here with the massage vibrator inside of it. All you have to do is use these little holes, and you can put this through the back here. And these are going to go in between your seat cushions so that they poke out the back. We flip it around, give you a look at what we're working with here. You take your pieces on each side here, snap them into place. We lost one here. Take this one and snap it into place, and you're good to go. We now have our back cushion here and vibration on your back cushion. Now, as simple as that, you now have your new SUKIDA gaming chair assembled and ready to use. You follow these simple instructions that they provide, the tool that they provide, all the nuts and bolts, you're going to be great. It's super easy and super straightforward, so just follow the instructions and you won't have a problem. Well, now that we got the chair assembled and we're ready to go, what do you say we look through all the features? Now, starting from the ground up, the wheels that this chair sits on are really nice, really smooth, and slide really nicely. Got a nice glide to it. And we got a 360-degree swivel on this chair, which is great. Makes moving around real easy. If you got to move from one spot to another, very simple and very seamless to do. And we got our 2 levers on the side here. This one right here at the front controls our hydraulic lift, allowing you to go up and down. And we got a lever here on the back, which allows us to change the position of the seat. So you can go back, or you can put it more in the middle, or you can go right up to the front again. Very easy and simple to use. All you have to do is lift it up, and you can see the seat will go back or forth. You can kind of keep it locked up, and that'll allow it to be freely, you can, however you lean in it, that's how it's going to go. Or you can choose to lock it in place by putting the lever down, and then you're locked in place, which is nice. And you'll notice with the chair arms here that they do adjust and move accordingly with the seat, which makes everything nice and smooth for going back and forth. Everything kind of moves along with the chair, which is fantastic. And of course, we got one of my favorite parts of the chair, which is this footstool right here, which easily slides out, ready for you to use as a nice little footstool. You want to put your feet up, you can go right ahead and put them up just as easy as that. And it may not be something you want to use all the time. You're playing games and stuff like that. I know at least myself, I don't necessarily want the footstool out, but if it's time to watch a movie, watch some TV, it certainly is nice to have the option. And of course, you got your 2 cushions. You got one for your head, which I really love this little one up here. Super comfortable to have when you're sitting around for long periods of time. And you got your back cushion right here. And the best part about this cushion, you can plug it in with this USB cord and you get a nice vibration. So you can actually give yourself a nice little back massage while you're sitting around playing your games or watching your movies. Now, overall, I think these SUKIDA gaming chairs are fantastic. They're super comfortable. There's plenty of sitting room on this bottom cushion. It's made of some very fine padding. It's very comfortable. You got a nice big backrest here as well. Again, the padding is very comfortable, perfect for sitting in for long periods of time. You got padded armrests, which are great. I'm really, really in love with these SUKIDA gaming chairs. If you find yourself out there looking for a new gaming chair, definitely consider checking out these SUKIDA ones because they are great. Now, I think that's pretty much it for the SUKIDA gaming chair. I'm pretty sure we covered pretty much everything, right from installation to going through all the features and everything. I'm a big fan of this chair for sure. I also have another SUKIDA gaming chair. I love that one as well. And I can't say enough good things about them. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.